Nobody is going to tell you this. Not your parents, not your teachers, not the people you've been kind to your whole life, so I will. Being kind is genuinely one of the best things you can be. It takes strength to be patient with the people who frustrate you, and it takes character to show up for others when they need you. It takes real courage to choose warmth in a world that often isn't warm back. But there is a version of kindness that's slowly destroying you, and the scary part is you probably don't even realize it's happening. Because it doesn't feel like destruction, it feels like being a good person. It feels like saying yes when you really mean no, because you don't want to disappoint someone. It feels like swallowing your frustration because you don't want to make things awkward, and it feels like giving your time, energy, and attention to people who never once asked how you're doing. And every time you do it, you tell yourself, this is just who I am. I'm just a kind person. But here's the question that nobody asks. Who's actually being kind to you? Think about the most giving person you know, the one who's always available, always understanding, and always there. And ask yourself, are people actually grateful for that, or have they just gotten used to it? Because there's a difference between someone who appreciates your kindness and someone who just started to expect it. And in the moment your kindness becomes expected, it stops being seen as kindness at all. It just becomes what you do, it becomes your role. And if you break that role, if you ever say no, if you ever put yourself first for once, suddenly you're the problem. That's not a friendship. That's a dynamic where someone figure out that you won't push back. I've been there. There was a point where I was the person who everyone came to. Problems, favors, I was always available. And for a while I actually liked that. It felt good to be needed. But then I started noticing something. When things were going well for me, those same people were nowhere. When I needed something, there was always an excuse. And the energy I was pouring out was never coming back. And the worst part wasn't even them, it was me, because I kept showing up anyway. Why? Because I was scared that if I stopped, they'd leave. And I thought that said something about me, that I needed to earn people's presence by being useful to them. That's not kindness anymore, that's insecurity, wearing kindness as a costume. Here's what I've come to understand. Real kindness has limits, and those limits aren't selfishness, they're self-respect. You can be a warm person and still say no. You can care about people and still tell them the truth instead of what they want to hear. You can show up for people and still protect your own energy. These things aren't contradictions, they're what it actually looks like to be kind to yourself and to others. Because when you have no limits, you don't just hurt yourself, you actually train people to treat you badly. You teach them that your time doesn't cost anything, that your feelings can be ignored, that you'll always forgive, always adjust, and always accommodate. And people, even good people, will take what you give them if you never teach them otherwise. And setting a boundary isn't cruel, saying I can't do that isn't cold, choosing your own peace sometimes isn't a betrayal of your character. The kindest version of you is not the one who gives until there's nothing left, it's the one who gives from a full place. From a place where you actually have something real to offer, because you haven't hollowed yourself out trying to keep everyone else comfortable. So yes, be kind, because the world genuinely needs more of it. But be kind the way a person with self-respect is kind. Not the kind that comes from fear of conflict, not the kind that comes from needing to be liked, not the kind that says yes to everyone else and no to yourself over and over until one day you look in the mirror and barely recognize who you are anymore. Your kindness is worth something. Make sure the people around you know that. Because the cost of being too kind isn't paid all at once. It's paid slowly, quietly, in small moments, until one day you realize you've been given everything and keeping nothing. And that's a bill that takes a long time to recover from.